Sup peeps, last day of the month. Sales kind of returning to normal after a couple of really disappointing days, which has bumped down my monthly average. But a few bundles, a few nice singles going out today. It's been a month with some really good pickups, just need to get them sold, and a very average sales month, which is maybe to be expected in January. But still need to find ways to try and boost that by a little bit to make this all worthwhile. Anyway, let's have a look at a few sales, and I've got a wee announcement, but I'll tell you about that in a minute or two. Right, first sale was for £12.99. 5 Michael Connolly paperbacks. So a bread and butter sale. Michael Connolly, he just keeps selling. A Darkness More Than Night, Chasing the Dime, The Late Show, Dark Sacred Night, and The Black Ice. So 5 pretty generic paperbacks, but £12.99. That's all right by me. Put them over there out the way. Next we have a single book. So Dinah Jeffries, what's that one? Night Train to Marrakesh. I pick up these when they're in good condition, because condition is important, and that sold for £6.99. All these prices include postage paid as well, just like this one. Another Warhammer Codex. So this is Necrons. It's in goodish condition, and that sold for £11.99. Next, we've got another bundle and some coffee. So this bundle, it's a wee bit of a mixed bundle. We've got, make sure it was 4 books, wasn't it? Yeah, 4 books. So Ninja Turtles Collected Comics Volume 1, and then 3 Asterix books. The Big Fight, Asterix and Cleopatra, and Asterix the Gladiator. So the 4 of those 3 Asterix and the Ninja Turtles book went for £15.57. Asterix seem to be quite good value books for what they are, so if you do see them, they are well worth grabbing and picking up. Another bundle. This time it is L.J. Smith Vampire Diaries. So I had loads of these, they weren't selling, and now I've not got many left, so I'm going to keep my eyes open and see if I can pick up some more. When you see them, you do tend to see a lot of them at one time, because people will have donated a collection, you know. Teenagers leaving home, leaving them behind, parents clearing them out. That's possibly where they come from. But yeah, 5 Vampire Diaries books, paperbacks, for £11.94. Another bundle, another favourite. If you're just picking up a few authors, this is definitely one of those authors you want to be including. Michael Connolly is obviously another one. John Grisham, don't have any John Grisham going out today, but that's a definite other one. And Julia Donaldson. So we've got Superworm, Scarecrow's Wedding, and The Smartest Giant in Town, and 3 of them sold for £9.89. So like I say, if you can get these cheap, they're well worth picking up, because they do seem to sell pretty consistently. Right, a single book. I did something different with my single books yesterday when I was listening. So I've got my stacks of books which go into my variation listings, but I thought, let's take a couple of weeks worth of those and just put them up as single books with the buy 3 get 2 free offer, you know, advertised and attached on them, and see what happens. Does it increase visibility, so there's more of my items out there rather than it being one John Connolly listing? There will be 12 John Connolly listings, so there's more visibility and more chance of people seeing that and going in to buy and make their bundles up. I'm curious as to how that will work, but I'm going to try it out for a couple of weeks and see what difference it makes. Obviously I've still got my variation listings as well. I'll top some of them up if there's really low volume in them, but for the most part I'm going to put a lot of these out singly and just see if that makes a difference. But this single book is Michelle Paver, Spirit Walker. Which number is this? That's part of the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness. I can't remember what book number this is. Book 2, £7.24 for that wee hardcover. Right, and then we've got another single book. Had this for a while, I don't know how long. Berlin Noir, Philip Kerr. Philip Kerr is an author that I always recognise the name of, although I couldn't tell you any of his books other than this one here. But the name always seems like it's somebody that should sell, and I've sold a couple, I think, and there's another one going out there that went for £6.84. So not big money on them or any such, but they do still go. 3 orders left. Bit of a short order run today. But we announcement this evening, that's Wednesday 31st of January, 7 o'clock GMT. I'm going to go live. I'm going to try out this whole live streaming thing, so I hope the technology works. Nothing, I can't imagine what can possibly go wrong based on how simple I want to keep it. But if anybody wants to jump on and join us there, please do. Really just want to be talking about the book selling process, and primarily why small sellers can sell books and compete with the big companies, or not compete with the big companies but still have some success selling books. So I've covered lots and bits and pieces of this over the last weeks and months, but let's just do a bit of a recap of it all, and if anybody's got any specific questions about it, you know, throw them out there. I'll see if I can offer an opinion, maybe not an answer, but an opinion on anything that you have to ask, and there may be others on who can share even more, because I certainly get as much from you lot, if not probably a hell of a lot more from all of you guys in the comments and everything you leave, than I'm able to share with you. So that's what's coming this evening, 7 o'clock Wednesday 31st of January, the first live stream. Fingers crossed it goes well. Right, Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before by Dr. Julie Smith. Just listed this yesterday for £4.70 plus postage, so it sold for £8.69. I think I picked it up last Friday and it's been sitting waiting to get listed, and that is it going out the door. Right, another one which I've had for a while, Milton's Poetical Works. It's beautiful, look at that. Gold leaf, gilt edged, cracking end papers, no splits, really strong binding. It's obviously a wee bit aged on the pages, but once you get into the meat of the book, it's really, really good condition. And was there a publication date on this? Let's see if I can find a publication date. Do I have a publication date? I don't know if I do. Printed by Morrison and Gibb Limited in Edinburgh. So somewhere between 1890 and 1910, but it is an absolutely gorgeous wee book. I mean, even just the gold leaf design down the edges, don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really lovely. It's even just and no more got the original book ribbon in there that hasn't completely perished. But yeah, I haven't got an exact date on it. It's got one little name on the inside of who owned it previously, but these books, they don't sell fast. Oh, found the date, 1896. 1896 that came out, and look at how well it's held up. That's why books are amazing. That's what, 100, 124, nearly 130 years ago this book was made, and it's survived all those years, and look at the condition of it. That's why books are amazing. You can have your Kindles, your ebooks, all these different things, and that data will just vanish off somewhere, you know, when the internet changes and all of these things, it's just gone. You know, you get it, you read it, it's a digital footprint somewhere, it's gone. But something like that, 130 years nearly, and it's still just what it was. You can still open it up and read. Spur back shepherds, back enough your play till next sunshine holiday. Might not be your thing, this particular book, but they do last. And some of the paperbacks we see that are 50, 60, 70 years old are still in good condition as well. Even they will last. So books are amazing, and that's why we should keep churning them through the community. Somebody will hopefully take that, and in 100 years it's not going to be much worse for wear than it is now. They're amazing. What can I say? Anyway, Milton, Poetical Works of John Milton by John Milton, sold for $25.99. So a nice wee sale. Had a few very similar editions. I think was it a Wordsworth? Can't remember. But they have sold. I've got another couple that I haven't even listed yet, which weren't in as good nick, but I'll maybe get them dug out and get them listed up as well. But when you see books like that, £1 or £2, if you want to sit on them for a while, get them listed up and they will sell. And that was £22 plus postage, $25.99. So yeah, I like things like that, and although it's not something that I would ever probably sit down and read, just it's fantastic to know that they exist and they keep going. Which takes us to the final bundle of the day, David Walliams bundle. So another author that, if you're only picking a few, he's one to get. As long as you're patient, you will build up a nice stock of them in good condition, or very good condition, and that's kind of key for these things. Tatty old paperbacks, unless they're really collectible, aren't going to sell, so you're always looking for them in good nick. But we've got Rat Burger, Awful Auntie, Demon Dentist, The World's Worst Children, hardcover, and Bad Dad, again in hardcover. And again, if these books are looked after, and by looked after, stored somewhere dry that's not too hot, not too cold, then, you know, in 100 years' time, that could still be sitting on someone's shelf. Don't know if David Walliams will still be relevant in 100 years, but that's what these are about. That gets gifted, it gets handed down, and your great grandkids could be digging out that crazy old book that's been on the shelf forever, just to have a read at it and enjoy the illustrations and the story. Never read it, I don't know if this one's any good, but David Walliams is popular, so I'm assuming it is. Anyway, the 5 of them went for £15.49. So again, that's with the buy 3 get 2 free promotion that is attached, which is something we'll be having a wee chat about this evening when we get to it. But yeah, another alright sale for the day, which means total sales for the day, total sales value including postage, £147.52. So a third to eBay, a third in postage, about a third in profit. My usual calculation. It's not going to be exactly that for those orders, because there's a couple of higher value orders which are going out, which will be less postage, so it might actually be a wee bit more profit in that. But as I've said before, across weeks, months, etc., a third is pretty much how it seems to work out. So about £50 profit going back into the business so that I can go out and buy even more books, or maybe pay a gas bill. Who knows? Might take some wages. Excuse me. Might take some wages this month. Yeah. So that is the orders that are going out this evening, Wednesday the 31st of January, 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, so UK time. Be doing a live stream, half an hour, an hour and a half, 3 days. We'll see where the chat goes, see what happens. Might have to stick the football on in the background at some point, but you know, other than that, it'll all be good. I've got a big stack. I've still got about 300-400 books that need to get listed. I've been putting them out in dribs and drabs over the last few days, but I want to get a big chunk of them done before getting towards the weekend, when I'll go out and pick up even more. So keep your eyes peeled if you're looking for books. We've got lots of good stuff going up. I'll show you some of the good stuff going up just so that you know. When I say good stuff, it's pretty generic, but we've got some new Bernard Cornwell getting added to the listings. We've got at least one Peter May going up there, so I was running a wee bit low on them. Christian Jacques, so a lot of historical fiction set around the time of the Pharaohs. So it's the Ramesses series, Under the Western Acacia, The Battle of Kadesh, The Son of the Light. I've had a few of these, I've sold a few of these. They go at different times, at different rates. Temple of a Million Years, what ones are we missing? Yes, I think there's maybe 5 in the series, and that's 3 of them. They'll all be getting listed up. These are all going to go up as single listings, as I mentioned, because I want to try it that way. We've got a load of Victoria Hislop to get added to the collection. We've got, who did we mention? We mentioned we've got some new John Connolly to get added in. Got a few of them at the moment, but they do run up and do run down. We've got some David Baldacci's, we've got some, oops, dropping everywhere. We've got a couple of John Grishams ready to go out. Oh, there's another one, Anne McCaffrey. Once you've got a bundle of them, they seem to sell quite well. So that one's The Tower and the Hive. Yeah, so got a lot of books to go up and go out. There might be something of interest. You never know. Keep your eyes peeled if you're looking for your next great read. Anyway, I've prattled on long enough. I will hopefully see some of you at 7 o'clock this evening, and we can talk about selling books on eBay. Alright, that's all for today. Love you. See ya. Bye.